Next is Holwach's and Lenard's observation. Holwach connected a zinc plate to an electroscope. Then he allowed UV light to fall on zinc plate. He observed that zinc plate became first uncharged if initially it is negatively charged, second positively charged if initially it is uncharged, and third more positively charged if initially positively charged. From these observations, he concluded that some negatively charged particles were emitted by the zinc plate when exposed to UV light. Next in Lenard observation, when UV radiations are allowed to fall on the emitter plate of an evacuated glass tube enclosing two electrodes, cathode, which is represented by symbol C, and anode, which is represented by symbol A, a current flow in the entire circuit. As soon as UV radiations are stopped, the current also stops. These observations again indicates that UV radiations incident on the emitter plate, that is C, eject out some negatively charged particle from it, and these particles are attracted by the collector plate, that is A, setting up a current through the evacuated glass tube. According to the scientist J.J. Thomson, in 1897, he discovered that these negative charge particles are called electrons or photoelectrons. In 1900, Lenard argued that when UV light is incident on emitter plate, it causes emission of electrons from its surface. These electrons are further attracted by collector plate, that is A. So the circuit is completed and the current flows. This current was called photoelectric current. So both these scientists observed that when the frequency of incident light was less than certain minimum value called threshold frequency, no photoelectrons were emitted at all. So now, what is photoelectric effect? The phenomena of emission of electron from the metal surface when electromagnetic radiation of sufficiently high frequency are incident on it is called photoelectric effect. The photo, that is light generated electrons, are called photoelectrons. Different substances emit photoelectrons only when exposed to radiation of different frequency. Next is experimental study of photoelectric effect. An extensive study of photoelectric effect was made by Lenard and R.A. Millikan. This is an experimental arrangement used for study of photoelectric effect. It consists of evacuated glass quartz tube which encloses a photosensitive plate, that is C, and another metal plate A. A window which is made from a material, that is quartz, is sealed on the glass tube which permits the UV light to fall on this plate C. The electrons are emitted by cathode C and collected by the plate A, which is called anode or collector. These two electrodes are connected to a high tension battery and a potential divider arrangement, and a micrometer is used in the entire setup. The electrode C is connected to the midpoint of potential divider arrangement, while electrode A can be given a positive or the negative potential with respect to the cathode plate C. The voltmeter V measures the potential difference between these two electrodes. When monochromatic radiation of suitable frequency fall on this photosensitive plate C, electrons are emitted which are collected by plate A. So a current called photoelectric current flows in the outer circuit, which is measured by micrometer. This experimental arrangement can be used to study the variation of photoelectric current with intensity of incident radiation, also with potential difference between two electrodes, also with frequency of incident radiation, and with nature or material of plate C. First of all, we will discuss about effect of intensity of incident radiation on photoelectric current. If we allow radiation of a fixed frequency to fall on metal plate C and accelerated potential difference between two electrodes is kept fixed, then photoelectric current is found to increase linearly with the intensity of incident radiation. Since the photoelectric current is directly proportional to the number of photoelectrons emitted per second, this implies that number of photoelectrons emitted per second is proportional to the intensity of incident radiation. Next is effect of potential. If we keep the intensity I1 and frequency of incident radiation fixed and increase the positive potential, that is accelerating potential on plate A, it is found that photoelectric current increases with increase in accelerating potential till a stage is reached when the photoelectrical current become maximum and does not increase further with increase in the accelerating potential. The maximum value of photoelectric current is called saturation current. As it is clear from the graph, on increasing the anode potential, the photoelectric current start increases and acquire the maximum value, that is called saturation, and further increase and does not further increase with increase in the accelerating potential of the plate A. And if we apply negative potential on plate A with respect to the plate C and increase its magnitude, it is seen that photoelectric current start decreases rapidly until it will become equal to 0. For a certain value of negative potential on plate A, the value of retarding potential at which photoelectric current becomes 0 is called cutoff or stopping potential for the given frequency of the incident radiation. Here V naught is called stopping potential or cutoff potential. At this stopping potential, no photoelectrons are emitted and the work done by stopping potential on the fastest electron must be equal to the kinetic energy, and kinetic energy is equal to half mv max square, and here V max represent the maximum value of the velocity which is acquired by the photoelectrons, and this kinetic energy is also equal to E, that is charge, and V naught is called stopping potential. If we repeat this experiment with the incident radiation of same frequency but of higher intensity, we find that the value of saturation current increased in proportion to the intensity of incident radiation, while the stopping potential still the same. Thus, for a given frequency of incident radiation, this stopping potential is independent of its intensity. So if the stopping potential is independent of the intensity, so same as the kinetic energy of the photoelectrons is also independent of the intensity of the incident radiation. Next is effect of frequency of incident radiation on stopping potential. The intensity of incident radiation at each frequency is adjusted in such a way that the saturation current is same at each time when the plate A is at positive potential. When we decrease the potential of plate A and increased in negative direction till the stopping potential is reached, we observe that stopping potential increases with the frequency of incident radiation. So, greater the frequency of incident radiation, greater is the maximum kinetic energy of the photoelectrons, and hence greater is the retarding potential required to stop such electrons completely. Next, if we plot a graph between stopping potential and frequency of incident radiation for two different metals A and B. First, for a given photosensitive material, the stopping potential varies linearly with the frequency of incident radiation. It is clear from this plot. The stopping potential varies linearly with the frequency of incident radiation. Second point, for a given photosensitive material, there is a certain minimum cut-off frequency that is called threshold frequency, for which stopping potential is 0. Now what is threshold frequency? The minimum value of the frequency of incident radiation below which photoelectric emission stops altogether is called threshold frequency. For the metal A, threshold frequency is mu naught, and for metal B, threshold frequency is mu naught prime. And here W naught upon E represent the stopping potential for the metal A, and W naught prime upon E represents the stopping potential for the metal B. So next point is important. The higher is the work function for a photosensitive material, greater is the value of threshold frequency. So for metal A, threshold frequency is mu naught. So work function is W naught is equal to V naught. Here V naught is called stopping potential. Negative sign indicates that because this is a potential which is acting in the negative direction, or it is called retarding potential, which retards the motion of photoelectrons. So W naught is equal to minus V naught into E. For metal B, the threshold frequency is mu naught prime. So work function is W naught prime is equal to minus V naught prime into E. Here V naught prime represents the stopping potential or retarding potential for metal plate for metal B. For a given photosensitive material, there is a certain incident radiation of frequency mu naught, that is threshold frequency, for which emission of photoelectrons is just possible. But for the incident radiation of frequency less than threshold frequency, no emission of photoelectrons is possible, even if the intensity is high. If the incident radiation is of higher frequency than that of threshold frequency, the photoelectric emission starts instantaneously, even if the incident light is very dim. The time lag between the incident of radiation and emission of photoelectrons is less than 10⁻⁹ seconds. Next is laws of photoelectric emission. Following laws are based upon the experimental results. First one is, for a given photosensitive material and frequency of incident radiation above the threshold frequency, the photoelectric current is directly proportional to the intensity of light, and the saturation current is directly proportional to the intensity of incident radiation. Second, For a given photosensitive material, there exists a certain minimum cut-off frequency below which no photoelectrons are emitted. Howsoever high is the intensity of incident radiation, this frequency is called threshold frequency. Third is above the threshold frequency, the stopping potential, or equivalently the maximum kinetic energy of the photoelectrons is directly proportional to the frequency of incident radiation but is independent of its intensity. Fourth, the photoelectrical emission is an instantaneous process.